Bonjour, I am Sandrine, the founder and leader of the Golden Age Spiritual Ministry. Together, we learn about the embodiment of our multidimensionality so we can reclaim our full sovereignty in this beautiful reality. My High Council and I are happy to welcome you into our movement of spiritual revolution. Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new transmissions. Thank you for liking, commenting below and sharing this video. Show us your love. I want to share with you a personal story. Many of you have already heard it if you are in the pathways or if you attended any other previous live events. So I often had encounters with entities and lost souls, was not pleasant, also with my angels. But it was so hectic and all over the place that when I was 7, I actually managed to close up my crown and close up my Agna chakra and to keep that as close as possible, which resulted in having, unexplainable, intense headaches and migraines. And I suffered through that through my entire teenage years. Like sometimes I would go on for months with being fine, and then I would be like for weeks on like just intense headaches. One day when I was in my early 20s, I was living in Brussels and I was just walking down the street, minding my own business. And then next thing I know, I feel this huge room like that in the field. And I can perceive 5 spirit guides around me. And then I'm like, whoa, what's going on? And then instantly I feel them so close. I feel so good. And I'm like, that's amazing. And I just continue walking with them. And I start entering in telepathic connection with them. Oh, who are you? Where do you come from? And why are you here? And the answer really, it took me by surprise. They say, oh, we are your family, we are your friends, and you are one of us. So what happened then was that as soon as I heard you are one of us, they met me at a place where there was no resonance. There was no alignment. My human was vibrating here and they were here, just to give you an estimate. And my human is like, no way. I'm not one of you. I'm not a good person. I lie. Sometimes I steal in shops because I really want the makeup I want to have. And I don't have the money, so I do that. Well, I did that when I was younger. I'm not nice to my siblings at times. I'm not nice to my mom. No way I can be a light being. Besides, my belief system was that when you are on earth, it's because you have to repay your karma. So you have sinned a lot. And so basically all humans on earth are all piece of shit that are not at all enlightened and ascended, because otherwise they wouldn't be here. So as soon as I started placing this belief in my field again and really connecting with that as the truth of that human that I was then, poof, the connection was gone. The connection was gone because how could I keep channeling these amazing light being friends, my soul family, if my belief system was that low? So I believe I was so bad. I did not see the truth of my own divinity, so I could not connect with them. And it took me a good, maybe like a good 10 years to actually heal and alchemize that belief system. I did not go all the way to where I am now. I went only to maybe it's a possibility that it's my soul family. I don't understand how, because I know I'm still a very bad human and I do not love myself, but I know that maybe they are my family. So as soon as I started accepting the fact that they could be my soul family, then the connection was easier. So I had to do a lot of work on myself first to be able to connect with my team. So I would love to invite you to tune into your heart for a moment now and to perceive the belief that you have about your ability, about how good of a person you are. Truly, you can be honest with yourself, how divine and pure your heart you are, and how much in alignment you are with your soul family. Like if you placed beautiful angels, archangels, star races, ascended masters all around you. And they all say, you are exactly like us. Like my team, they did say that, but they don't only say that, they also say, and you are more powerful than any of us because you have the body. That's where I lost them. I was like, that's a joke. I'm certainly not more powerful than you like being because I have a body. That's the opposite. So what are your belief system around that really? In terms of your own worth, your own value, when it comes to relating to divine being of the light. Often I find that in many of my students of the pathways, the belief that we are not worthy, that we are not good enough, is the hook that's preventing them, that's preventing you from truly allowing your channeling abilities to open up. Because what is channeling ability? I've got my little whiteboard, and here is my amazing drawing. Welcome to the big man. Yay. So your channeling ability, it's literally conduits like this. So our energetic field is an electromagnetic field that comes in connection with an infinite amount of pieces of information all the time. I just want to go into geek into science, but I'm just going to leave it at that. So you can also, what I see more myself is that they are like, actually, instead of lines, they would be more like pipes like that. And so these pipes, you know, see like these channels, they are present. We all have them. You know, it's like it's part of our blueprint as divine beings. You know, it's just the way it is. We all have this channeling network around us. Only it is not clear. It is filled up with a ton of junk, a ton of crap, and all of this junk, all of this crap is limiting beliefs. It's fears, it's trauma, it's victimhood, it's aggression, you know. And so we think, oh, you know, I have no connection. I have like, I'm not a channel, I cannot channel. Like, no. Yes, you can, only is that it is, first of all, it is blocked, but then second of all, what is open up is entering, is with what you emit. So it's like your brain emits these signals. So what your brain is gonna find in terms of aligned information is all things that confirm your reality. So it happened to me a lot, you know, that was over now 3 years ago. I'm a single mom, I'm broke as fuck. The system is against me. You know, the system is against me, everything is against me. Yes, some people I can see, they can have this amazing life and blah, 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 and make it, but that's not me. And so everything was confirming that reality. So I was channeling information, and I could see, you know, my bank account, I could see my house that was all right, but very small and damp and full of, you know, mildew and, you know, all of this gross stuff inside. I could see that I could not buy a book for my daughters. It was very clear. So I had no idea how to break free from this lack of abundance, from this obvious reality that I was living in, until I just kept on doing the work and saying, none of that is a match to the truth of my own divinity. Because how can you know that what you believe is not true? Think about it for a moment. How do you know what you believe, or you believe anything at all is true or not true? That's a big question, isn't it? What is not true is everything that is of low vibe, everything that is limiting, everything that is unkind, everything that says you're not good enough, you're unworthy, you're not abundant, you're not free, you're a victim, you're traumatized. All of that is you channeling the human horizontal line of broken inner child, ancestors trauma, and past life trauma. Also channeling 3D matrix system. 3D matrix system has many different plugins. They want to keep you enslaved. Everything that enslaves you is not true. The truth of your own divinity, you might know how to embody that, but if you relentlessly say, this is what I want to believe, this is what I want to find a way to embody that, and you relentlessly try and try and try, you will eventually be that, because that's just the way things are. This is quantum manifestation. So I talk a lot about quantum resonance, which is another term for law of attraction. So likes attracts likes. So when we vibrate at a low level, we're going to attract that. So this is what the first quantum formula I want to show you. So it's a fractal reflection theory, which is the foundation of the body of work that I explain and what we always refer to. So this is the architecture of life. Very simple. That is a fractal. Everything is a fractal. I am a fractal. You are a fractal. Our planet is a fractal. My heart is a fractal. My liver is a fractal. So everything is a fractal. Not for today. We are going to consider that I am this fractal right now. So this fractal has high vibe on the top and has a lower vibe on the bottom. This fractal at the center has this point here. That is the center point of the fractal. The center point of our fractal is our heart center. This is our soul. This is the connection that we have with our unique crystalline divine genome, our unique soul blueprint. So when we understand this architecture, what we want to do is that we want to practice residing at the center point of our fractal, which is literally all the teachings from all the masters and enlightened beings, always the same: detachment, presence, observe yourself, know yourself. So when we are here, we can observe the oscillation of our human in our fractal. This is why with my students, we often use the word human, or my human is going through something, because therefore we simply place ourselves as the observer of human. And I say to my student, place yourself as the angel, because you are an angel. You so are an angel. You are an angel walking on earth with a human suit, you know? It's like the angel superhero suit. Would have thought, yeah? So as you reside here, you are the angel of your human. So it is completely revolutionary teachings, guys, because a lot of people in the spiritual world, they start working with others from the premise that we are broken, we are traumatized, and we are separated, and it's going to take eons and many lifetimes for us to be able to find a little bit of our own divinity and reach enlightenment. This is the opposite. We are whole. We are already in the unified field. Only we are learning on how to be that, embody that in this life. This is why we came. This is a game. How are we going to play the game? I play the game. And I observed that my human centering in the past was really here with her belief system around her connection with her spirit guides. Not good enough, I'm a piece of shit, not possible. So what did my human centering attract? I was associating a lot of here. And it was not only this belief system I had with my spirit guides, by the way. I was always also hating myself to a certain extent. I was really angry. I was also quite, joyful. I was the life of the party. I always had a lot of energy. I was this, like, as we all are, multifaceted personality. We are multidimensional beings, so we are multifaceted. So I was multifaceted. I was all over the place, like so many of us are. So when I was oscillating so much, my fractal emitted all of these different information. So what did I see in the world? I saw hell. When I was, I don't know, like 6 years old, something like that, one day I had this huge light bulb, and I went to the kitchen and I looked at Mama and said, I've understood life itself. I know exactly what's happening on Earth. And I was like, oh, okay, tell me, daughter. And I was like, Earth is hell. because we sin and we are trapped in the wheels of karma. So what the Christians talk about health is actually hell. You know, hell is actually earth. Mom was horrified, but I created that belief system for myself. So what I created was my own health of self-hatred and anger. I had a lot of anger. So what you're gonna do when you reside at when you identify with what's going on into your lower fractal is that you're gonna create the quantum resonance or connecting to all other fractals around you that are of lower frequency. So you will meet a lower vibe people that, you know, they just, you know, agree with how horrible the world is. You're gonna meet like so many shit experiences. You're gonna keep on calling like average relationships, and the connection with your spirit guides. Not only is it going to be absent, even worse, at times you're going to see ghosts, you're going to feel ghosts, you're going to feel entities, you're going to feel demons around you. That's going to freak you out, and you're going to say, no, 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 no more. Because it is what's happened to a lot of people. This is why I train people on this. Because when we understand this system, we understand more on why it's so important to work on the self first before we even start entering into the world of channeling non-life forms. Yes, so this architecture of the fractal reflection, I really want you to write that down so you can even draw it and place that around the house, because as soon as you see this architecture, you remember and you can set an intention for yourself. This is an invitation for you. Set an intention for yourself and say, how can I live as the angel of my human today? What is my day going to be like as I observe my reality from the center point of my fractal? Because what happens is that you instantly set the tone of your day. You reclaim your creator power. You don't wake up in a hurry, rushed because the alarm clock goes on. So you have to dress the kids, do the lunch boxes, run to work, and so on. You put the alarm clock 20 minutes earlier. Because these 20 minutes, yeah, you could be sleeping. Trust me, it's not going to make a big difference. What's going to make a big difference is the fact that you wake up and you go, and maybe you can create an altar. I have altars all around the house, which is also, I talk a lot about that with my students. You go to your altar, you can just light up a candle, or even have like an image of something you love, or hold a crystal in your hand, and you just breathe consciously and you say, today, my intention is to be there for myself and to simply try to be the angel of my human. I might not know what it looks like, I might not know what it's like, but this is what I'm going to be like. Because then what's going to happen? The mind is so amazing, right? So what is the mind going to happen? So the mind, as soon as you do that, the mind is going to go like, no way, this is a ton of bullshit, whatever. So the mind is going to find again a very good list of all the reasons of why you should not wake up 20 minutes early to do your spiritual practice. Why the belief that being an angel observing your human during the day is ridiculous. We have established a fact amongst all of us now that there is no point in arguing with the mind. So what I do is like, yeah, whatever. Literally, you have the little devil on your shoulder. You're like, whatever, you know? So I don't argue with the devil. When there is a hater on Facebook, on social media that says, who do you think you are? What is the proof of what you share? Just engage. There's zero, interest in me engaging with that. Just like, you believe in what you believe, So it is the same with my mind. It's like, go on, believe that, but I'm just the angel behind you. So I'm actually observing you, mind, saying this ton of crap. And the mind is going to be like, she gets me. She can see me. And so after a while, the mind goes more and more silent. You turn the volume down because what we don't pay attention to eventually dies. If you ignore a plant, if you ignore an animal, if you ignore anything that's actually alive, we know it's going to die, right? So it is the same with limiting beliefs. So when the feeling of not being good enough comes into your field, take a few breaths, place your hands onto your heart, and say a powerful belief that you are choosing to anchor. That is the belief generator that you are. You can breathe into your heart and you can say, I believe that I am Sandrine now and that I am a good person. And I breathe into that. Very simple.